They've been lined up for hours to get into Kentucky Proud Park. Welcome to the NCAA Baseball Super Regionals presented by Capital One. For the first time in Kentucky history, they're hosting a Super Regional as they welcome in the three-time national champion, the Oregon State Beavers, the last Super Regional to get going in Game 1 from Arizona. 4-15 with 28 homers into the shift on one bounce. Emilian Petrie at second base. And that's how our ball game in the Super Regional begins. Pooser kicks and the pitch, and McDowell in the air, in left, backing up as Ryan Waldschmidt has room. Reaches the warning track and steps onto the track, and a long fly out the other way. And there's two quick outs. 7 homers the last 15 games for Turley, a 15-game on-base streak. And now it's 16 as he takes ball 4 outside. And a 2-out base runner for the Beavers. Rammed into every part of Kentucky Proud Park. Macias in the air to center. Going back is Nolan McCarthy. Has room, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Oregon State strands a runner. Kentucky coming to bat. Cats hosting a Super Regional for the first time in program history against Oregon State, who's a 3-time national champion. Swing and a miss, got him with a breaking ball, and Aiden May with the strikeout of Waldschmidt, and then they will be constant attacking. Aiden May, the 1-0, and that's ripped to right, going back is Brady Casper, and he reaches up, stepping onto the track, and he runs it down. Closer at second, Jeff Macias down the line at third. Slight breeze blowing out toward left, temps in the mid-70s. Swing and a miss, and May a 1-2-3 first with 2 strikeouts. There's a liner, sharp back through the middle, and a leadoff hit for Oregon State to open up the second as Elijah Hainline has now hit 14 of the last 15 games, fielding percentage. Casper reaches forward, a high chop, tough play, charging Petrie at second, gets the out at first as Elijah Hainline goes to second base, 1 gone.
And right on cue, talking about that deep.
Hainline at second, the 2-2. Guerrero swing and a miss. Power to fastball by him. First strikeout for Trey Pooser in their spot. Swing and a miss. Got him with the off speed. Burks down to first to complete the strikeout. 2 strikeouts in the second for Pooser. The Beavers, a hit but strand a runner. But it's catching on with the mustaches here in Lexington. Flare to left toward the line, falls in. Gets by Dallas Macias to the wall. Nick Lopez, who was second in the SEC in doubles, who had doubled to open up the home second, the first hit for Kentucky team. Made the move to third base after being a shortstop at Texas, gets the bunt down. May has 1 play. To get the out at first, Nick Lopez takes third, 1 away. Homers and RBIs. And he drives this one out to center. Micah McDowell back onto the track. He leaps, and it's off the wall. Nick Lopez scores, and stopping at second, Ryan Nicholson narrowly missed a home run. And Kentucky's on the board first. He's been hit by a pitch in each of the last 4 games. And he hits one out toward left center field. Charging in is Macias, and he dives and he makes the catch. Dallas Macias, a great break on it, coming over and in. The wall there in the Oregon State dugout in frustration. And that one, did it hit him? Yes, it did. And it's just as we talked about, we don't move, but they're all from Albuquerque, grew up playing against and with one another. Hit sharply on the ground is short, fielded by Elijah Hainline, gets the fourth, side retired. Kentucky strands 2, but they get a run. 225, 5 homers. Smith rolls 1 to third, fielded by Mitchell Daly, cranks it across to first, and there's 1 gone on the Oregon State third.
Is so far advanced for his age and where he's at right now, and with the exit belos that he has, the ability to hit the ball hard, that is all good for him.
And fastball, he struck him out. Pooser, the payoff, and it misses high and away. Went with the breaking ball, and that's the second walk issued by Pooser, and that'll bring up Gavin Turley for Oregon State for a Super Regional. as this one skied into center field. Playable for Nolan McCarthy, waiting for it to come down. And he makes the grab. Runner left, going to the last of the third. One Friday, giving up 4 runs, 3 earned in 5 2/3 innings against the Green Wave. And he blows the fastball by him. 96 from May, 3rd strikeout, 1 gone. Second baseman for Kentucky chops one off the line. Mason Guerra leads May to the bag, and it's 2 quick outs for Aiden May here in the last of the 3rd inning. May, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball struck him out. And a 1-2-3 third for May. 4 strikeouts for the Oregon State right-hander.
2-strike base hit to the backside of the field. Then we had a guy when we had a runner in scoring position, ready to hit the double, and I thought it was set up by the bunt. So it was a little bit of everything, a little bit of
2-8. And hosting a super regional for the first time in program history. And Elijah Hainline guns one to right and over toward the line. James McCoy tracks it down. 2 gone to the Beavers' 4th. But this ballpark is jammed. On the ground to first. Flagged down by Ryan Nicholson. Leads Trey Puser for the out. 1-2-3 go the Beavers.
One that they have on roster. So trying to put together a plan for all of that in advance, and then a guy who has some heavy sink, change up that he's going to throw all the time, breaking, who's filling up the zone, landing his slider too. He's getting out here and play catch. There we go.
Just what you wanted, right? Got out. They got the lead runner at second base.
Yeah, that works. I'll take it.
Second to force Nick Lopez. Ryan Nicholson, and it gets away from the catcher Tanner Smith. And a free 90 feet, so essentially the sacrifice bunt that Oregon State took away, they give him the 90 feet.
Yeah, they take advantage of it, right?
In each of the last 2 games, and narrowly in the 2nd inning missed for making it 3 in a row. Ground ball toward short. Elijah Hainline goes to third to get the lead runner, and they throw out Daly at third base. Nicholson's aboard on the fielder's choice with 2 away, but Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. 3-0 and a chop to third. Jabin Trotsky on the high bounce, throws it across, and got him by a half a step to retire the side. Runner stranded. We're through 4 in Lexington. Oregon State with 3 championships, all in the last 20 seasons. And Guerra hit by a pitch up and in that got away from Puser first. Puser the 2-2. Trotsky and a half swing comebacker. Puser to second, throws it away. And a break for Oregon State. It appeared Puser tried to hurry at X because they had the potential for a double play.
Absolutely. He actually had a little try to get something out front, drive it to the outfield, staying away from two ball.
Swing and a miss, he got him. The breaking ball, 5 strikeouts for Puser and a big first out. And they don't. Ball 4, they're loaded for Micah McDowell with 1 out. And that is the 3rd walk issued by Trey Puser.
And I would expect a similar game.
Mason Guerra at 3rd. Jabin Trotsky at 2nd. Travis Bizana at 1st. The 0-2. McDowell swing and a miss, struck him out. And on 3 pitches, Puser gets his 6th strikeout.
That fastball in the corner.
Everybody standing here in Lexington. Ground ball to 3rd, up with it. Mitchell Daly flips it to 2nd, and Oregon State leaves them loaded. Hit by pitch in the 2nd for James McCoy, and it hits that sharply back through the middle. Hit number 4 for the Wildcats, and James McCoy. They've known each other for a long time. And Smith on a pitch up and in, and he's saying it hit him. And appeal no sweep. And another one that's not close. They're loaded. The first walk issued by May. James out toward right center field. That's a hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Grant Smith around 3rd. Petrie dives into second base in a 2-run double. 3-0 Kentucky.
whether or not it's a pitch that he can score on.
Jam shot pop-up. Travis Bazzana backpedaling at second. And a big first out for Aiden May. Made at third. Emilian Petrie at second. The two-run double. Backdoor slider. Strike three call to Lopez. Catches him looking.
Bringing another run.
In the air, right field. Brady Casper drifting with it. And he puts it away to retire the side, but Kentucky gets two. We're through five. He's dealt with traffic. Oregon State has stranded 6 runners. And strike three called over the inside edge, and Macias didn't agree with it. Strikeout number 7 for Pooser. Elijah Hainline singled in the second, 1 for 2. And he lifts this one out towards center. Playable for Nolan McCarthy. And there's 2 gone here in the Oregon State 6th. Bouncer to short. Grant Smith fields, fires, got him at first. And a 1-2-3-6. Trey Pooser has given up just 1 hit. Kentucky. They were the last 2 teams standing and beating the shift and pushing it into center. And a leadoff hit, second hit of the night for Ryan Nicholson. Hear it. Over short, and a soft liner into left for a hit. Stopping at second is Nicholson. There's 2 on for Kentucky.
I love it. History and then TV.
Good bunt back toward the mound. Muntz slings it to first, and keeping his foot on the bag, Mason Guerra. And the sacrifice sends Nicholson to third and McCarthy to second.
If you're Kentucky, you're trying not to get beat by that pitch. Don't expand your zone.
Strike 3. Joey Munt catches the inside edge and freezes Grant Smith in an enormous strikeout for the Bears. Swing and a high towering fly, playable in left for Dallas Macias. Coming in, makes the catch. Kentucky strands 2. Through 6. Oregon State. Mason Guerra swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Shallow right, charging over and in. And getting there is James McCoy for out number 1. 3-2. And Caraway takes ball 4 just high. And the crowd didn't like it. And a 1-out base runner for Oregon State. And Caraway. Strike 3 call. Tall gun looking. 8 strikeouts for Pooser.
Ball as well. Really just.
Pooser, who pitched 4 years at the College of Charleston, a grad transfer. Bazzana the other way to left, hit right toward Waldschmidt, going back, and he makes a leaping catch. Ryan Waldschmidt going back on it, was able to haul it in. Seasons. And the 3-1. And he walked him to start the bottom of the 7th. Just the second walk issued by Oregon State pitching. Petrie at first, you got to keep an eye on him. Devin Burks 0 for 3. Petrie runs, throw to second base. Safe and a steal. 25th steal for Petrie, and the SEC leaders in stolen bases add to their total. Jam shot pop-up. Over the head of Elijah Hainline into left. Petrie had to hold to make sure it cleared. Just punched it over the head of the shortstop, but runners in the corners for Kentucky. Munt again. The 3-2, Burks running, swing and a miss, and Weber no throw, a steal for Devin Burks, his 19th, and his second stolen base in the inning for Sidewinder. Second and third, 1 out. 3-0 Kentucky bottom 7, and Daly gets the bunt down. Safety squeeze, shovel to the plate, and out at the plate. Trying to score is Petrie. Nick Mingione wants to challenge this. To third goes Devin Burks, and Daly trying to bunt. returned it. Safe, 4-0 Kentucky.
Weight back on.
Weber throws it into left field. Coming home is Devin Burks to second, Mitchell Daly. 5-0 Kentucky.
You just have to eat it. You cannot make that throw.
High fly ball, right center field. McDowell onto the track. Gone, home run. Number 21 for Ryan Nicholson. Third straight game with a home run. And Kentucky's blown it open.
And we got the spider.
And that one's in tight. And it's ball 4. And the free pass anyway is for Nolan McCarthy. But Ryan Nicholson, the big fly, in a 4-run bottom of the 7th, creating some separation.
Yeah, we got to revisit this because I mentioned earlier in the at-bat that he was going to see a slider. It's a pitch that Hutchinson goes to often, but he sat back on that one after seeing the first one swinging over it. He waited, allowed it to get deep.
Additional games have 7 runs. They have 7 in game 1 tonight. And that's ball 4, and there's 2 on for the Wildcats. And the warnings given out. Grant Smith, the 9-hitter. And the runners take off, and they have tremendous jumps and no throw from Weber. The double steal by Nolan McCarthy of third. James McCoy to second base. And
further.
Chase a pitch that gets away from Weber. And he fires down to first, and it gets past Mason Guerra. Backed up and right by Brady Casper. And even on a strikeout, Kentucky scoring runs. Noah Ferguson. Here comes the 2-1. And that gets past the catcher, Weber. Another wild pitch. 9-0 Kentucky. And Waldschmidt draws a walk. For the second time this inning, Emilian Petrie coming. Can Noah Ferguson find the strike zone? And that's again away from Weber. 10-0 Kentucky. And Petrie walks for the second time in the inning. 2 on, 1 out. Devin Burks, the batter. The runners take off. Weber throws to second and out at second base. In the back end of the double steal is Petrie, who
get this last out.
1 strike pitch, popped up by Burks. Elijah Hainline settling under it, and his shortstop casually makes the catch. And mercifully, the side is retired by Oregon State as Kentucky scores 7, sending 11 to the plate. Swing and a miss, and McDowell, the strikeout victim, 1 away.
Really, it was like Oregon State got caught off guard by the.
So.
It'll just be 6 o'clock their time.
Swing and a miss. 2 straight strikeouts for Novi. Dallas Macias, the batter, pops it up, coming down from third. Mitchell Daly crossing over. And a 1-2-3-8 for Jackson Novi. We're heading to the home half of the 8th, middle third of the order. It's go on to the College World Series. Comebacker speared by Palmer, and underhands for the out. The great rivalries from World Series past, the Dodgers and the Yankees, a liner to left sinking, and it skips up and over Dallas Macias all the way to the wall. Mitchell Daly cruises into second base. Mitchell Daly out there at second base. The pitch, swing and a miss. Nicholson, a healthy cut. And the strikeout for Leif Palmer. There's Indiana State. And you know the origins of the wave, don't you? Where it began?
I know that you'll be able to break it down for me.
Well, it's from my backyard. Strike 3 call. The wave began in Northern California, in 1979. And Hayline is gone. 3 strikeouts for Novi. Matches the most. Strike 3 call to Casper. Paints the outside. And now we're 1 strike away from their first Super Regional win. This should do it. Shallow right. Emilian Petrie camps under it. And that is the ball game. A dominant performance by the #2 national seed, the Kentucky Wildcats blank Oregon State. 10-0 Kentucky. Trey Poozer, 7 innings of one-hit baseball. And the Kentucky pitching staff limits the Beavs to only 1 hit. A 45-win team, one of the best offenses in the country. And wouldn't you know it, after the final out, it just starts raining.